Friday.
Welcome back to the live streaming. Yeah, happy Friday. So today's goal is pretty much to do complete as much as we can. We continue with our YouTube thumbnail generator thingy using LLMs. Let's see where we get to. Complete as we can, and then we go.
Hold on.
That's it. Let me share what we've done. So anybody who might not have seen it, I'll do a very quick recap of where we're at. Just find the right folder on here. So the idea is to be able to create thumbnails for our podcasts very easily, zero effort or minimal effort. At the moment, we're in a place where we can drop number of manually screenshotted thumbnails into the system that runs locally. It's a React frontend and Python backend that then takes the images and does some processing on them. The idea is it cuts the people out of them and cuts the background out of them. It gives us assets to use in the thumbnail tool. Now, I wonder if it is now remembering our settings. That means that we left it in a very slow processing for all of these things, so it might be using the same settings before, which might be the reason it's taking very, very long time. Let's give it a moment and see what happens.
Should we have a quick...
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Good. So the first one came out. It's still processing the other ones. My computer is also very slow. This is all local processing. We don't send anything in the backend. So then you can select which ones you think might be good, or you can go and refine manually or automatically. I don't like this. There's a wrong button here. And then what you can do, you go to editor, and now you have the ones you favorited available for your editing. You can add them here and edit and export. That's basically it. That's where we're at. What do you think we should do now?
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, I guess I don't know about you. I don't know whether you're going to end up just keeping using Affinity because you've already got the muscle memory on that one. It'll be a good test to see how close we can get to dummy friendly on this one. So there are going to be a bunch of small glitches, I guess, small bugs. I don't know whether we want to tackle those ones today to try and get to kind of complete. For me, I think there's probably maybe some questions we brought up yesterday which we can talk about again, which is kind of at the moment everything is just in the current browser session, and we didn't want to get into a big thing of like long-term storage and that sort of thing, but I wonder whether we can investigate at least some storage in the IndexedDB or at least browser-based storage so that we can have some memory of the one we were working on at the time. And then maybe the idea is rather than we have a history of projects, we can just say, well, listen, I'm working on this one. Maybe the browser closes, I can open it. I'm still working on this one. And then we have this idea of like, okay, I start a new one and I wipe everything from the previous one.
Yeah, refresh basically clears it,
What do you think? I mean,
yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. We just need to have a button to start a new one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just. This is a problem that the LLMs can solve very, very easily. Do you want me to quickly make that happen, or?
Yeah, you make it happen. My machine is so dog slow at the moment that.
Cool. So I'm here in VS Code. Yeah, you fixed it well, and I'm here in VS Code in Claude. I'm going to use Claude for this one. I think that's a better one for the backend. I want the software, the app. I want to store locally. up. Um, so
I remember now what we were thinking about trying to do today.
well, video,
Finish that first.
right?
The video, yeah.
Yeah, let's tweak this very quickly, and then I think then we need to do some research.
Let me start with that. Let me just jump into a separate chat with, in this case, maybe Gemini. Whilst you're doing that. Yeah, so I have no idea why this, so again, this is a ThinkPad this friend gave me. It's kind of a 2020 model, so it's not young, but it's, yeah, it should still run pretty well under Linux, but it's really dog slow.
You need to look at the top and see what is eating it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, that's not that. But for now, I'm just gonna deal with it.
So I told the Claude to store things and give us a new thing, and I also said we gave context saying that we don't plan to deploy it. There's no reason to worry about security and safety. We only run locally. So do something simple that works.
Yeah. Great. I'm just writing here to see if I get some ideas from Gemini.
Do you want to take over the screen or?
Yeah, let me just do that. Let me just do that quickly. Let me just do.
I suspect this Claude is
That
going
might
to take
take
a little bit of time, but it's also not very interesting. So I will let you know when it's ready.
Yeah,
let's. Your stuff is probably more interesting if we jump into the
let's
next
do that.
stage.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to ask Gemini here. So we want to use our recorded YouTube video to create thumbnails, cut people out. We want a way to sample the frames of the video, make some suggestions for to implement this. Our project has a Flask backend. Let's give it a bit of more power. Let's give it some thinking. Let's see if it comes up with some smart ideas.
Is there a reason you don't use the Pro?
Well, let's see if it uses this for thinking about some different ideas. We can try it with Pro. I usually switch that for when I'm actually writing code rather than.
Yeah, I don't actually know enough to really understand where the kind of boundaries are.
I may have got this wrong, but my view of it was always that Pro is very much more, I'm solving a technical problem. I mean, this is sort of solving a technical problem, but when you want to think a bit more laterally, anyway, maybe I've got that wrong. But yeah, I mean, this is solving specific problems, if you see what I mean. This is more sort of solution.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
But there's some solution already. There's a library to download streaming frames directly from YouTube. That sounds pretty damn good, right?
That sounds like it could work. Well, we've already used the RemBG library for cutting people out. That's fine. But yeah, This is it, the gold standard. I mean, I know YouTube DLP is really well known. Surprised Google doesn't shut that down, because it's now, especially with AI, used all the damn time, especially for things like getting transcriptions. So, I mean, I don't think we need to get into the implementation thing. I mean,
no, I think this is a good direction, though. So,
yeah.
once I've pushed my stuff to the repo, maybe a pull. Do you want to try this one from your side? Or
Yeah, let me do that.
Okay, let's wait for this to complete.
Okay.
I actually did. Enrique said earlier that LLMs are very good at solving conflicts. So we had a conflict with our website project.
Right.
This morning I just fed it to Claude, and it was very good. Basically, it was able to solve the conflict correctly. It also identified the place where it didn't know. So there was like, okay, there's this one page. I don't know if it should be removed or not, because it's now orphan. So I'm going to leave it in here. Let me know if you want to remove it. Which was very good feedback. It's like it was quite safe. Like I don't know here, but it did resolve the conflict very, very well. So.
Yeah, I think that's. I had that on this project. I can't remember. I think it was last week. There was a conflict with something you had done. Yeah. I think it's a reasonable use of tokens, right? I mean, the idea of dealing. Nobody likes dealing with merge conflicts, right?
Yeah, that's one of the worst things.
Yeah, I think so. So, taking that off, yeah, would be pretty good. Okay, let me.
Okay, we now have a in-memory session.
Okay, let me stop my screen share for a sec, and you can wrap that up.
Okay, let's see how it works. Screen. There we go. This is now the new front page. It of course immediately ruined the design. I also wanted to import the design system, but I think that's not the
Yeah, we did that off stream, right?
Yeah. Okay. I actually think it's quite interesting process how it's done as well. So now it should remember things. You go to editor. Okay. Claude warned me about this. It says, your browser storage will not handle. Okay. Let's keep this for now. I'll do it offline maybe. It should be able to remember some things, but it's simply the browser storage is too small to store the images, so it's unable to do it. Fair enough. Maybe we need to store them in some backend file system, which is also fine. It's no problem at all. It's the images that is the problem. I'll push what I have here.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So it's a good start for this.
Have I got
doesn't quite work.
Tmux set up?
Okay. Yeah, it said here at the end. It predicted this will happen, which is it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll hand it over to you for the video stuff. That's more interesting.
Let me grab that then. Okay. Okay. Let me get that guy. Let me now just I'll do a quick sanity check that everything's running okay. Cool. Oh, it didn't crash. Okay. Yeah, you see my screen is gonna be slow. Okay. Right. Let me just pop something in here. Just want to just do a quick sanity check before I start breaking things.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's okay if this process takes this refining edges and all that sort of stuff to take a little longer, right?
That's
I mean,
no
for me,
problem
I'd
at
be
all.
willing to wait.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be quite long anyways if we feed in
Yeah.
a video. It's going to be more like a process of, okay, here's the video, figure it out, I go get coffee.
Yeah.
You know. And yeah, I
That's
totally
it.
agree. This is like a two-step process. You let it run and crunch, and then you do the manual stuff after, which
Yeah.
hopefully is quite limited manual work. Otherwise, there's no point doing it this way.
Well, especially if we can pull out a sample of screenshots, then okay.
Yeah.
That one didn't work. This one's fine. Okay, great. So I'll just do one last thing. Let me just go to where are our images now? Assets, image library. Oh, I didn't add them in. Sorry. I'm not down with the new workflow yet. So we're going to start that one. Going to start that one. There we go. It should be in here now. Great. Okay, fine. I'm not going to test it much more than that. Okay, so that works.
For some reason, your preview still doesn't work. This is strange, because my preview does work.
Ah, right.
This is really strange. You saw it on my computer, it works fine.
That's
you on
right,
Chrome,
that's
right? This is Chrome?
Yeah, this is a Chrome-based
Chromium,
browser,
yeah. Well, Vivaldi's as well. I'm also on Chrome, but it's different operating system. At some point we need to fix this problem. I don't know what
Definitely
it is. Is it missing fonts or something else?
I'd hope it wouldn't be as bad as.
Actually,
yeah,
can you quickly open the browser console?
Yeah, sure.
There's an error because that would tell.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
No errors.
Yeah.
Do a quick refresh.
Yeah, let me just do it.
There's some errors, yeah, good.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
So you can probably just chuck those into Gemini or Claude and it will fix it for you. I think that's the way to go.
Should we just do that now? Is that going to irritate you?
Do that first. I do that first.
Yeah.
Otherwise we pile on the separate.
Okay. I'm probably just going to do open code at the moment just because my...
I have the same problems actually.
Oh, you have the same problems now?
Yeah. It's related to the storage. Okay, ignore this for. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Let's go back to.
That's fine. That's good. Okay, I'm just going to be in open code for now because my my IDE sucks on this machine. What are we going to use? I burnt a lot of tokens last time. It's 4.7. I'm probably not going to do that. But we want something. Let me just go back to 4.6. Would be fine.
Yeah.
And then we'll do. Okay. Okay. So now I'm just pausing for a second to have a think. We need to update the UI first, right? I think.
Well, I think I would.
Or
just
you would do the whole thing in one go.
Full problem. I would just say I want to be able to upload I want to be able to paste the YouTube link that will extract screens to be prepared in library, something like that. What I would do though, I would do this in 2 steps because otherwise, if you just pipe it directly, it might be very painful to test. So maybe say that on the library page, add a place to add a YouTube link.
Yeah.
And when that is added, extract 5 good frames from that YouTube video and show them to me, or something like that. Because then we can see if the first step is working. Once that is working, then we can pipe it directly to the pipeline. Otherwise, we have to wait for everything to process. We
Yeah.
don't know what it's selected and so on. It will be very difficult to iterate, I think.
Okay. In fact, if I could do that, well, okay, we'll let Claude do it. I was about to say I would have asked Gemini to do that, but that's fine.
That should be fine.
Yeah, it should be right.
I'm not happy about the information architecture of application. I still
No,
think
it
the
kinda sucks,
library
right?
shouldn't be the main page. The editor should be main page and library should be sub. But that doesn't matter. As long as once it works, I'm very happy to sit down and let it fix itself a little bit.
That's fine. Yeah. Whilst that's changing away, I'm just going to pick out a YouTube video, a link from our channel. Okay. Now I wonder if no, it should be able to pick up Agents MD. That's fine. I do find that yeah, I do find that doing things just with open code is pretty good. You still with me, Juhani?
I am just on mute.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Sorry, I'm flicking through screens a bit too much at the moment. Yeah, there's a definite lag on this. Okay. Is me or is this super slow? This is okay. No, it's now trying to do the whole lot. Look at it.
Okay.
It's being greedy.
Well, I think it's fine.
That's fine. Let's see how it gets on.
We can see what it does. Yeah. That's right. I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It's got a nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's working, then it's all right. We can just say afterwards if it's difficult to debug, we can just ask it to cut it into two.
That's it. Adding. Yeah, so I quite like with open code. It's got some nice features like, it's really simple, but like here you can see your to-do thing list here, so you know what it's doing, which I always think is pretty nice. I'm gonna get. So we're 3/4 of the way through.
You might want to stop your server and front end, but these big ones,
probably.
I don't trust the refresh to work.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna struggle, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's just put that now. You know what? The funny thing is, Juhani, is like, if you go back to using Chrome OS, right? All you need is now it's like a shell and a browser.
Right. right? That could work. Now we just need to use the open source version of it instead of the Google one.
Oh, is that still going? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Not sure.
It's kind of a sad thing. Chrome OS is a bit of a sad thing, I think.
Well,
And
it's just yet another Google product. Actually, it lived much longer than most Google products did, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
they keep going back. Android on desktop, not Android on, and it's like, you don't know.
They might change their mind again. My son uses a Chromebook at school. Yeah. I mean, they give out, every student has a Chromebook, and it's pretty good, very tightly managed. Not much you can do with it. Yeah, except his work.
But it's the same. Like my mom's been using my old Chromebook last 10 years.
Oh wow!
Wow. It's now like showing some. Okay, yeah, she had a bit here. I said, oh, it's now broken, but somehow it switched back to the American keyboard layout. I can't get the Finnish letters, and I just switched it back to the Finnish keyboard. Like, oh, okay, well, now it's going to last another 10 years. But that's the thing about they can't screw them up. Like, that's it. Nothing they do will mess it up. If you have Windows, it's just piles and piles of things. Actually, what I did on my Windows, can't remember what triggered it. I was trying to get rid of something, and the answer led me into a tool that allowed me to view everything that the Windows is actually had installed, but is no longer like very powerful uninstallation tool. And it had so much software that I've tried before, and it left something, and half of it was running. Still, some random thing I installed a year ago, and was still running on background all the time, which meant that it was this effect on Windows where it just gets slower and slower and slower over time. That's why. So I found this tool, and I went delete all of them. Now it's working fine again. But if you give that to my parents, eventually it's just, at least back in the day when I was running gaming PC stuff, you had to reinstall Windows every half a year if you wanted to keep playing games. You just reinstall it. Oh, today is the reinstallation day again. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty sad, right? It's,
it really is. But it's just bad design. Windows, the system UI keeps crashing. The audio systems don't work. I just don't understand why anybody is using Windows other than when they're forced.
It's become real trash. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it's become real trash. So listen here. So we've got it here. Let's see what happens, right? This button, I took a screenshot because this button is messed up. But detecting subjects, refining edges. So this was a YouTube video we did 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. Let's see what it makes of it. We're going to have like 1,000 images. This is if my computer catches on fire, it's worked.
What do you tell it to do? Just find one image. So I took the thumbnail.
I didn't.
It's pretty funny. Bastard.
I didn't tell it to do anything yet, so that was the thing. I actually only wanted it to add the UI update, not do the backend. So
I think
that's
okay,
good. But it's done a sort of bare minimum.
Yeah.
So, but it's good because now we can refine it and say we can basically say, okay.
Well, you could ask it to do like 3 or 4, 3 or 5 frames it thinks are good. I don't know how it can think they are good. I don't know if there's a capability to do so. If it just takes 5 random frames, its probability is that everybody in the frames look idiots and assholes like we do.
So we could switch to planning mode and ask a question then. What is a sensible way to get a good sample of frames from a YouTube video? We should always. Well, let's not worry about the thumb. In theory, like you're saying, if we're uploading a YouTube video without a thumbnail in sort of unlisted status, then it's not going to find the thumb. We shouldn't have to exclude it, right?
Well, YouTube will create a thumbnail for it, which is probably not a problem because YouTube algorithm is trying to pick a good one.
Okay, let's keep it an open question.
I wouldn't worry about it as long as it does something else as well.
Yeah. I'm just saying that sample video will be a bit misleading because it's probably always going to try and use a thumbnail, right?
Well, you could use one of the live streams that we've done. There's no that could be a problem because most of them is screen sharing. That's not realistic. I could also remove a thumbnail for one of the older images of videos that nobody's watching.
So okay, what's it saying to us now? It's saying option 1 is just take one frame every 10 seconds. I think that's probably, well, certainly we wouldn't take one every 10 seconds, but one frame every 2 or 3 minutes maybe. I don't know. So that's the easy one conceptually. Next one, storyboard thumbnail sprites, pre-generated sprite sheets, low res frames. You can extract storyboard URLs. Okay, sounds good, but I think the quality is probably going to exclude that option.
Well, could it be combination? Because if it can get many and you say that one, then it could go back and take the full resolution, right?
So that's what it's suggesting is a hybrid, right? Storyboard for picking, then target extraction.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think that's the way to go.
So
the only other option is to feed it into LLM that can find good one. But maybe we don't want to do that yet.
So the extraction approach, background removal options. So this is pretty sweet from open code, how it's going to take me through some options. So we're taking the hybrid approach. Extraction frames go through existing background removal process. Let's just process all frames as standard because we're trying to get this. Now that's the kind of question what do you think, Juhani? I mean, part of me feels like let's just get it to process everything because I'm trying to get to my single button magic YouTube thumbnail thing. But at the same time, if we get the user to pick first, then we avoid a bunch of processing, right? That might be a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because it could start to get
the processing is all on local. So in my opinion, if it takes half an hour to process something, that's acceptable. As long as it runs on local hardware and doesn't use 10,000 tokens.
So what I'm going to suggest for today is let's do it where we pick, because we probably want to see, at least for this iteration, see what it comes out with.
Yep.
Rather than waiting 10 minutes for it to process images and they're all trash. So let's see if let's just switch to build mode, and it will run off and do all these changes. I think I'm going to repurpose this machine, give it to one of my kids for doing something.
Yeah,
it's next to useless for this streaming stuff. Yeah. I think what's happening actually is that I had thought this was going to have a NVIDIA GPU in it, but it doesn't, and it's just got integrated graphics. And I think that's doing a whole lot of processing on CPUs. I bet you if I look at the system monitor,
could be.
You'll see that the CPU is thrashing. In fact, the fact that it takes so long to open the system monitor. So yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty maxed out.
Stage, you really, yeah. Okay. That's fine. I've got another machine which is, I just have to get Windows off it because I'm not going to stream with using Windows. I don't think. Well, that's my goal.
So you ask it to implement the hybrid method now.
Oh no, it's asking me a question. Sorry. Oh no, wait. Good choices. Yeah, so basically it's going to do a hybrid approach, and then it's just going to show us the images so that we get to choose. Right. I think it's just being really slow. Oh, okay, it's going to want to use FFmpeg. What's he using FFmpeg for then? I guess it's... I guess I've got a funny feeling what it's going to do is it's going to try and download the YouTube video and use FFmpeg to extract the frames.
That
Frame picker UI.
Be the case. With the YouTube API, it can also just download segments. It can go.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to download the whole thing, and then it might.
Yeah.
It might be it just has to download a 1 second clip and then extract with the coder.
So now I want to know how we're going to select the frames. So I'm just going to say inline below the URL. So hopefully it will add it to what we have already. If there's single thumbnail imports, hold on, wait. What should happen to the single thumbnail import we just built? Keep it as fallback. So let's just leave it for now. Frame count limits. Yeah, we should definitely cap the number of storyboard frames returned. 30-minute video at 2-second interval. It's 900 frames.
Right. That's a bit much.
I mean, even 50 frames feels like a lot, right?
Yeah, you can't. Maybe 30 you can browse through, but more than that, you just.
I'm just going to put in 10 for now, right?
Yeah.
Just because
let's see what
for this stream, we don't want to wait for,
Yeah.
Okay. And then confirm.
Cool.
These terminal UIs are getting pretty good now, right? I mean, those sort of things are pretty friendly to use.
Yeah, so we can go back to MS-DOS, right?
That's it. That's it. Maybe I just rebuild this one with without any UI at all. Yeah, just use a TTY.
3.2. Go for it.
Yes. Why use 6?
Remember when we had Nokia PC, home PC, Intel 286 processor.
Oh my God.
And we got an extension RAM, I think it was 4 megabytes. It was this size thing you had to jump in. We doubled the memory. Maybe it's 8. I think we doubled the memory from 8 megabytes to 16 megabytes.
Wow.
And then I was able to run Dune 2 on it.
I was looking for... So what I thought I might try and do with this laptop was I thought I might try and disassemble, just take the motherboard out and put it into a case and turn it into like a desktop machine. I wonder if there's any PCIe support in these laptop motherboards so I can put a GPU in it. I don't know.
Only there was some tool that would answer your question.
I know. Who could I ask? Yeah. Actually, I was saying this to my wife today. So I mentioned it yesterday, helping one of my kids with a science project, which is of course turned into my science project, as as all good parents do, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been great to do Gemini. I mean, it could have done with anyone else. It just happened to be Gemini I was using. Yeah, it was really kind of allowed me to kind of dig in. And this is where, we talked about enablement and amplification with AI. And this is a really, for me, great example of enablement. It's enabled me to take this project where I could have figured it out. I mean, it's using Raspberry Pi and some temperature sensors and stuff, and it's not like super crazy complicated, but it's a level or two beyond what I've done before. Putting multiple components together and running these temperature sensors on different buses with different GPIO pins and stuff. It's not like rocket science, but yeah, it just made it accessible. It's made like, oh yeah, we can do this within a week. It's no problem, right? I mean, the slowest part of the project is actually getting the components that I need and discovering, oh, actually they're better components and that sort of thing.
Or that
So it's the shipping.
RAM is no longer available to anybody.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, luckily I didn't have to buy a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to pay that money.
But I'm super excited about the Home Assistant stuff. That I really want to get into. Like,
oh, I didn't send you those.
Just another. It's like, oh, now I need to figure out.
Yeah, I know.
Just don't have time.
To be honest, at the moment, I've got. I mean, I don't have like a formal queue of things I want to do, but the Home Assistant stuff, it would be kind of cool. But to get it working smoothly so that everyone in the household can use it, it's just going to be a bit painful. And I'd rather spend some time with this sort of thing, to be honest.
But I think the Home Assistant, what I would love to do is if I can put Lineage OS on our Home Hub, just run all of that stuff and create a very kind of user-friendly UI for. Yeah. I bet they already exist, but I need to look into the options.
I mean, I think, yeah. So I mean, Home Assistant, you can create these dashboards. So there's kind of a mechanism for customizing UI to run on devices, which is pretty nice. So, yeah. Well, maybe we'll stream on that eventually at some point. I think
it's like if you go to this when you build a new house and you go to these demo houses, they all have this smart home system, and there's always this kind of dedicated tablet on the wall that you can do. And we have a full smart home system here, but the dedicated tablet would have been like €4,000, something like that.
Oh my God!
And it's just an old Android tablet running an Android app.
Oh my God!
And basically, the guy who we were discussing said, just put an iPad on your wall. You save a lot of money. You can just download the app from the App Store and just run the same app. It's the same thing. Okay, well, I actually don't want to do that. What I really want to do is I take one of those tablets that have this like e-ink display.
Right.
And then use one of those to control all the curtains and stuff like that. Then it would be quite good.
I mean, those are sort of fun projects to do if you have time. One of the things I really want to get into this year is more electronics. It's something that's kind of always been a bit of an interest in the background, but getting more away from software into hardware. And actually, I probably would not be doing. I mean, if it wasn't for my kids having science projects and stuff, I probably wouldn't cross into that. But I'm seeing it as an opportunity to scratch an itch.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could spend a lot of fun time building those sort of systems for your home, right? Yeah, maybe we should just become full-time YouTubers and just stream our adventures trying to do home automation.
Would be great fun.
It would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
We now have 100 subscribers. We just need to multiply it with quite a few hundred.
Put a few zeros in the end. Yeah. Watch out, Mr. Beast. We're coming for you.
Yeah. Or whoever it's nowadays.
I don't know. I think it's still him, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, we're closing in the end. Okay, it's on the test build.
Nice. So can you maybe zoom in a little bit, because this is kind of interesting to see the to-dos that it done, so I understand what it did.
Okay. So
scroll up a little bit, so that the to-do list is I think good format of looking at it.
here you go.
Yeah.
So we added the YouTube DLP.
Yeah.
Actually, just the requirements list. So that's going to be a dependency.
Mm-hmm.
So we now got the YouTube storyboard separate backend. So what's quite good is it's kind of chunking it into logical pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got a backend endpoint to get the frames. So that's then we've got our storyboard, so we know where, and now that's using the FFmpeg to extract those frames from the video itself. So I guess that's now where we put the YouTube URL into app. Oh no, API.js. Okay, that's the call to the backend.
Yeah.
And that's the asset library to show, and then some CSS.
Sweet. Then
Let's
run the server and
let
see
me
what
just
happens.
restart the server maybe. Let me just to be on the safe side. 'Cause again, quite a lot of changes there. Let's just do that. And did this server die? Yeah, hold on. Okay, now it's even, okay, it's probably taken a little while to start up first time. Maybe it's checking FFmpeg exists on the. Let me make sure I've got the YouTube video. Here am I. So okay, it's been a little bit mean about the UI. That's not very informative. Hey, that's not too bad.
Sweet.
That's really not too bad. And then let's just take one. Let's just take this one.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You know what? Let's just take this one here. Oh, okay. Now I see what it's doing. It's adding that to the frame library.
That's not
Okay.
bad. That's a good way
It's
to
not
do
too
it.
bad. And then I can pre-process. What do I want to do? Reprocess.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The workflow, I mean, if it works kind of step by step manually, we could start automating end to end.
So now you could, once it's okay. Well, that's an interesting topic.
Do you think it's a kind of an image of someone this big?
I wonder if it's a rendering problem or if it's actually cutting out really a couple of pixels only. What is the resolution of the preview? Go back to library and see how it looks like.
Yeah,
Because there you can click this one now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I think it's a
technically correct,
mini
the best kind of correct, right?
A mini me. So, but the other thing, okay, I mean, there are lots of things not quite right. It's lost the processed images and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks. So we can't redo that.
What do you mean? Oh yeah,
So I'd have to run it again. Let me
it's
just
a
run it
little
one
bit
more
like
time.
you need to do it step by step and add all the rest that you kind of really want.
Yeah.
So it takes 10 pictures now with random intervals.
So let me just take a different one. I like it how it puts a timestamp in there. That's kind of cool. So let me just take a random one and to see whether, I mean, it's hard to say that it's looking pretty blurred, right? I think the resolution is just not good enough.
Yeah, it didn't take the high res. I think the problem is that it takes some super low resolution image out of it. Now, I would change two things and one go, which is basically make sure tell it to take a higher resolution image when it extracted. And second, when it's added to the library, it should run the processing pipeline automatically. It should be like if I drag and drop there, because that would be cool. Yeah. Then you see much better results. So you put the link there and you say, okay, that one. You select 10 images, because we're not going to drag and drop anymore. That's just the fallback.
Right.
So you put the link there and you select 5 images. Then it processes the 5 images and you see what's going on. You don't want to go and process each one of them manually. You want to reprocess only if the processing didn't work. So if you do that.
Frames. And then we also want to then do automatically add the frames to the library. Well, actually, let's add all the frames. So what was the other piece you wanted to do, Juhani? You wanted that was it, right?
That's it. That's it. So no, no, so automatically add all frames to library. No, I don't think we want to do that.
You don't want to. You still like selecting it, do you?
I do like selecting. I do think we want to select, but the selected ones should be processed when they add it to the library.
I see what you mean. Okay. On adding frame to the library. With the background removal, right?
With the normal process, I'd say. If you just say process them, that should be enough.
It should figure that out, right? Yeah. Okay.
So then the process is smoother, because then we get the pictures, we say select 5 of them,
yeah.
Okay, then we...
Oh, I think, yeah, dropped for a second.
Manual steps.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure. Now my video is lagging. Now I'm not sure if it's if it's my internet connection like normally, or if it's your computer lagging.
It's probably both. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Remove the UI. Hold on, wait. Is that what we wanted to do? Rewrite the component in the single pass, removing the picker UI. The unused state functions. Replace process with YouTube URL. Oh, it's, what's it to do? Simplify. Add all the frames to the library. Okay, I think. Okay, I've confused it now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back into planning. Okay. Let's plan carefully. Ignoring requests. So take the highest frames from the based on the storyboard. Keep the frame selection UI that we currently have when a frame is added to the library. Automatically run the image processing. Okay, let's hope it doesn't.
It can probably figure it out.
Yeah. So this is where I haven't really kind of got. I'm still on a bit of a learning curve with this coding agent called Pi, where the thing that's nice with that is that in this case, it's kind of the LLM is taking us down a path we don't want to go, and so rather than tell the LLM, hey, sort of stop and ignore things, what you can do is you can say, I want to go back in the context to the point at which, you know, when I made the request I didn't want to make, I can then sort of insert my new requests before that. So you basically can just go back in time, as it were. So let's just double check. What's it going to do? So 3 missing state variables. Rewrite selection Oh, now it's giving me a real technical one. Okay, new logic, add original to library, remove background, add fetch YouTube frame import. Frame picker UI stays the same. Okay, I think that's okay. Let's just do it.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yep.
Did you say he'll have a stop at 1 o'clock today, or
I've got one in 15 minutes, yeah.
in 15 minutes? Yeah. All right, we should be able to get to this point. This is very good. So there's a couple of things I would like to do. Still, once the tech is working, I would like to work together with designer to get a couple of like template setups. Say, here's something that it could even be quite smart in a way that when the text is long enough, it will kind of change different things. But it would be quite nice to have, let's say, 4 different layouts, preset layouts, where it just puts the head pictures and the text and those things, and also fine tune the fonts and the colors and all of those things to be correct. Because now we took some, I'm guessing a little bit. It would be quite nice to have this kind of, basically what you do, you import everything magically, you type in what the names are, what is the name of the and then you select, switch between maybe 5 or 4 settings. This looks good, I'm going to use this one.
That would be nice. I think actually, I wonder whether Claude's design, we should, maybe we should do that as on the stream. I know that you say we want to kind of wrap up this project. That would be interesting to sit with Pierre and Claude Design and go through that process.
I think what we could do, let's say we do off stream, depending where we get in next 15 minutes, but let's do off stream the polishing and getting the functionality to be in a place where we know it can be used. And then we can do next week a stream with Pierre to really dig into the design side and let him lead it. That could be interesting.
Agreed. Let's do that.
So I think the biggest problem is the resolution of the screen cap. It should be doable. I hope it can pull there. I hope YouTube doesn't have some limitation of pulling high resolution streams, because I think 4K is now a premium feature or something like that. So, but we shouldn't need 4K. Full HD should be plenty.
Okay. Let me just make sure I've got the right URL on my clipboard.
Maybe do hit the new thumbnail before you commit, because then it clears the old stuff.
Okay.
So we actually see what's coming.
Well, it should still keep that selection UI.
Nice. This worked.
That's okay.
Select more than one. I want to see kind of some individual, some of these. Select also the one which has the screen. It's going to be interesting to see.
This one?
Yeah.
You want that one?
I just want to throw something very difficult in it in the mix and see what comes out of it.
Preparing cutouts. Oh no, it only added one, right? It didn't add multiple.
Maybe it has a. Maybe it's iterating. Maybe it's not doing them parallel.
Well, that's an easy one to fix. That's no problem.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Yeah, it's doing them one by one. That's good. That's good. The result is.
The result's still.
Some issues still, but I like this UI actually. I like that to see them kind of popping in. This is pretty cool. The result is really bad.
That one came out alright.
What happened with that?
Well, I say alright. I mean relative to.
Well, yeah. Well, what's up with the other ones?
No, if I click on this, do we lose? No, we don't lose these. Let's just see what's going on with this thing. Is the screen? The resolution is the problem still, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 320 by 180.
Yeah, you need to tell it to get, maybe you define crap full HD or 1080p screenshots. But this,
Yeah, let's try that. Okay, frames should be. Do we want it to throw an error if we can't do that? Or do we want it to show something in the UI what the screen resolution was?
we could do that.
At least for debugging, so that we know.
Yeah.
Resolution of the extracted frame in the UI. Yeah, so I mean, you could see this is. I mean, it's with a bit of back and forth. This I think is got a good chance of working quite well.
Assuming there's no API limitation.
Yeah, there might be at some point where. So the thing that's a bit of a nuisance with YouTube DLP, not that I use it extensively or anything, cough cough, is that you do need to keep it updated. So now and again, it's quite well done actually. So it's a really good project because it will get to a point where it's like, you need to kind of update it so that you've got the latest strategies to get the YouTube content. But actually,
I think SmartTube is using that as well. If you use SmartTube on Google TV or Android TV,
right, you do that too. I mean, actually, if you dig into that, I mean, it's not YouTube DLP, but that's YT DLP. Sounds awkward to say. If you dig into the project a bit, it actually can extract content from a lot of different sources, not just YouTube. So you might actually find some stuff that's interesting.
So maybe if there's limitation, we can point it to our PeerTube channel, because there's definitely no limitations in there. Like YouTube might be a more difficult place to get it from than PeerTube.
Yeah. If that starts to become a problem, that's a really good point. I don't know what the video quality is up there on our PeerTube channel.
I think because we are using this, we don't host ourselves.
Right.
So we are using a third-party host. I think it's 1080p. All of our live streams are up here, by the way, as well. Let me see what the quality is. 720p.
That might be good enough for a screenshot. Don't know.
Yeah. Oh, but this this videos, but so it's just the live streams are 720p. For the videos and podcasts are 1440.
Okay, well that would work.
That's plenty.
Yeah, that might be a better.
We can pull from PeerTube for sure.
Yeah, that would be a better. Well, we're using the storyboard from YouTube, right?
Yeah, and there's another problem, but that's a solvable problem. So the process of publishing now, because again, I'm lazy, I push it to YouTube, and only once I make it public, it's gonna get cloned to PeerTube.
Yeah, okay.
However, there's nothing preventing me just uploading to PeerTube as well, because now that I have an actual internet connection that doesn't take 7 hours to upload, I don't mind. I used that before when I was on mobile only, because it took so long to upload.
So here's the thing, sorry, I just want to point this out. I wonder whether it's been silently failing.
Right.
Let me just. If I spell it right, HFFmpeg. Okay, so. That might be the sort of thing that's missing. We need to make sure it's added to the setup scripts. I rather wish FFmpeg was installed by default. Maybe I should. I know, I've got the solution, Juhani. We just need to create our own Linux distro.
There we go. The first
Clearly,
Linux
I think the world needs it.
fully vibe coded.
Well, it needs to be so like AI distro. I'm sure that kind of exists.
Oh, don't get ideas to companies, man.
Yeah, I don't.
You're going to be having IBM and Microsoft and whatever, Oracle pushing this stuff in any minute now.
I mean, guaranteed that everyone's been. There's a meeting room right now where somebody's talking about it from one of these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Guaranteed.
And they're not talking about the idea that what value it brings to users. They think about how much money they can make.
Well, it's also like, how can I be that person in the company that's kind of doing the cutting edge AI stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just also clear, like you say, clear the. Let's try this again. So yeah, maybe now with FFmpeg it will it will crash, or it will actually pull out the better frames. Now it's kind of interesting how Gemini is a lot better at putting in the kind of things like progress bars, and I don't know about you, but just okay, it didn't add any. Well, let's try this. Let's just
But this is a
select that one.
storyboard. This shouldn't really have the resolutions yet, shouldn't it? When you select them, it then should pull the. Or
Yeah.
should it pull all? I don't know.
I don't know which one it's whether it's extracting the full res frame. There, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. This could work.
It shows resolution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually I think is
70,
quite a nice
yeah.
feature. Maybe we should leave it in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's fine.
Let's give it a sec.
Yeah, the processing of
look.
course takes a bit longer. Oh, nice. That's a
It
success.
actually worked. Nice.
Yeah.
And interesting. That's added. That's also kind of, I don't know, not useful information maybe.
Yeah.
But interesting information. What it's kind of. Okay.
I have a UI
Okay,
problem
done.
again with this one. It's showing the progress bar in wrong place.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should show it in the picture it's processing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I
super
think so.
picky.
Plus, I think it should just try and run them all in parallel, right?
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty
I
cool.
particularly
though.
like this photo. Can we use this one in my next one?
That's a profile photo. But this was really successful. The crops are really good.
I can't look at that. I have to go.
It's your fault.
It looks like, you know, in the days when we started the company, when we were down the beer garden most of the time. It looks like it was taken from that time.
Beer-driven software engineering.
Yeah.
Beer-driven company management. Can you click the middle one where both of us are? Because I'm interested about the quality of the background clip in this one.
Right.
Because they look really good. Damn,
Yeah,
the background clip looks good.
This
This looks
let's just
usable.
crop this one out. Yeah.
Other than us looking, yeah, it failed at the under my cap, which is fine.
Yeah.
It always fails.
So I think you would.
But this stuff is kind of usable. I'd say you could
Okay.
use this. Man, it's good. This was good. I'm just going to implement the tool to be able to brush background at the cut pixels that shouldn't be there, because I'm picky.
Okay.
I cannot. Like, to me, this would trigger me.
Do you think there's a way when you look at that? I love these buttons, by the way. When you look at that, do you think there's a way? It would be interesting if you could select an area and say, clean up this, right, rather than manually touching it up. And I wonder if there's a way to.
Well, that's how the Google image editor on Android works.
Oh, right.
But that's an LLM based, of course. That's a UI there. They say, hey, this one is bad. And even in Affinity, when you have this object selector, when you move the mouse around, it kind of shows you, and then you can add this to a selection and so on. But yeah, this is not.
Oh, what's happened here? Okay, that's.
You have like some issues with this front end are clearly off.
Yeah.
But these are fixable. This is easy stuff to fix.
Yeah. Yeah, and it maintains aspect ratio, so I can't do anything about that. Okay. But yeah, that looks like it could work.
Nice. Everything is solvable from this point on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come back to.
Cool. I'd count this as a success.
Yeah, I think we're on the right track. I'm trying to exit screen sharing, but
there's few things that will make this usable. I think you need to be able to say grab more frames if you don't find the one that you really want.
Agreed.
I don't know without LLMs how we could have. Maybe we can ask Gemini saying, is there a library can detect, I think I lost Jasper. My internet dropped out. There we go. Anyways, I think we're done for today. My internet just dropped out a moment ago, so I didn't hear what Jasper was saying when he was dropping out. Or maybe he lost connection as well. But yeah, whatever we do, Jasper said he crashed. Anyways, let's stop the stream here. Jasper had a hard deadline to stop anyways. Next week, we probably won't be doing any hard coding for this, other than if we can get our designer peer involved and we can do it from the front-end design perspective. I think that would be interesting. We got to a point where things just work, so let's wrap it up here. Thanks everybody for watching, and join you next week. Probably something else than YouTube thumbnailer. See what I do. Bye bye.